G'day, welcome to my series of videos on occupational stress. I'm Dr. Ben Searle, an organisational psychologist and senior lecturer at Macquarie University, and I'm here to tell you about what stress is, what causes it, and what managers can do about it. This video has been produced as part of National Psychology Week, which is an initiative of the Australian Psychological Society in association with the College of Organisational Psychologists. Stress. I've talked before about what stress is, but why is it a problem? And in particular, why is it a problem for managers in organisations? Stress can have a big impact on people. Severe stress in particular can lead to chronic anxiety, to depression, and to a range of other illnesses. But how many people actually experience severe stress? Well, in Australia, the number of people reporting high to very high levels of distress went from 1 in 4 in 1997 to 1 in 3 in 2007. A third of all Australians report high to very high distress. And that growth in distress between 1997 and 2007 is not a good sign. So maybe stress is a problem. But is it your problem as a manager in an organisation? Well, yes it is. In part this is because of legal obligations. In Australia, employers have occupational health and safety responsibilities, and these apply to psychological health as well as physical health. In Australia, workplaces must be safe and healthy for all workers, they must not cause ill health, they must not aggravate existing conditions, and they must provide support to people who already have mental health conditions. Failure to provide a psychologically healthy environment has financial implications. In Australia, the cost of stress-related compensation claims is around $10 billion every year, and the average claim involves more than 12 weeks off work, and that's the largest absence of any injury type. And yet, while these represent a big financial cost, compensation claims aren't the only problem that organisations encounter when employees are very stressed. Stressed employees do a lot of things that are undesirable for organisations. They procrastinate. They are more likely to be absentee from work. They're more likely to leave the organisation, or at very least to intend to leave. Their attitudes tend to be a lot more negative towards the organisation. They also tend to display less safe behaviours. Often this is because they can't concentrate or they feel rushed. Sometimes it's just because they don't really want to comply. Stressed employees are more likely to take out their stress on one another. They're more likely to be uncivil, to engage in harassment, aggressive behaviour. It can wind up into a spiral where people are constantly undermining and backstabbing and being terrible to one another, even to the point of sabotaging one another's work, sabotaging equipment, sabotaging organisational goals. This is not what your organisation wants. The estimated economic impact in Australia alone from this productivity loss due to stress is around $15 billion per year. So why is stress a problem for managers? Firstly, we know a lot of Australians are experiencing high to very high stress levels, and employers have a legal responsibility to look after those individuals and to provide a healthy work environment for everyone. Stress compensation claims cost $10 billion a year. They're involving a lot of time away from work, and that's not good for organisations. But even if we look past compensation, we can see there is a big concern for managers where employees are so stressed that they're not productive because they're procrastinating, they have bad attitudes, they're unpleasant to one another, and so on. Recognising that stress is a problem is the first step towards trying to improve employee well-being and thereby improve some of these productivity issues. For more information, if you're experiencing any personal crises, if you do want somebody to talk to, Lifeline is a great resource that's out there. Otherwise, go and speak to your doctor. There are a lot of people who are very keen to provide assistance for people who are struggling to cope with the stress in their lives. If you're looking for some resources to address stress in a work situation, then one of these websites, Workplace Mental Health or Heads Up, have a lot of really useful information about how organisations can manage stress. I'm producing a number of other videos. If you want to contact me professionally or just for more information, you can follow the links here or through Macquarie University. Thanks for watching Occupational Stress Tips for Managers. I hope you come back again soon.